Hey guys, so today I want to talk about 5 ways you can boost the interaction happening in your virtual parties. So this is something that you want to really make sure you're on top of, because this can make the difference between getting 3 bookings from your party or you getting 0 bookings from your party, or even worse, getting no sales for that party. So we want to make sure that we are encouraging interaction in the party. The other thing that we want to make sure we're doing is improving the algorithms for our party, which means Facebook will prioritize your party in your guests' news feeds and notifications. So there's a couple of things that we can do to make this super organic and really fun for the guests involved. No one likes to come to a party and feel like, okay, there's like nothing happening here. This is a total failure. And when you go to ask them to book a party with you, they're going to be like, noticing that this party isn't doing so well. So I don't think so. And let me just start off by saying you will have dead parties. It will happen. So there's so many factors that could be at play here, but we just want to make sure that we're not that factor, right? Okay, so the first thing that you want to make sure you do to have high interaction in your parties is to have enough people in the group. I like to have 30 to 50 people in the group. And of course, this just plays into the numbers, right? If you have more people in a party, there's going to be more happening in the party. Now, that doesn't mean that a smaller party won't be interactive or that a large party will be interactive, but it certainly helps. So you want to make sure that you're giving your host enough time to get people into the group. You're going to want to give him or her steps to be messaging people, posting on their Facebook wall, reminding people, and they need a couple of days to make this happen so that we have time to get people into the group. Not everyone who is invited will want to participate, and we shouldn't feel bad about that. It's just the way it goes. So make sure your host is inviting 100 or so people to get 30 to 50 people in the group. And you're going to motivate your host by reminding them all the great things that they're going to get when their party is fun and successful, right? Okay, so the second thing I like to do to encourage interaction in my parties is have a giveaway. This doesn't have to be major, it doesn't have to be expensive, but what this does is it motivates people to comment. It might make the difference between whether or not someone takes the time to write something underneath of a post or maybe even post themselves. And what I love is that when I have repeat customers in my parties, so maybe someone was at one of my parties last month, they know the drill on this. So they're going to be interacting way more. And you'll notice this with your parties, that you'll always have like those people who are coming and interacting in parties because they love the prizes. I personally love to use one of our seasonings because people can choose which one they want. I do add it to their order. And that way, if they already have one, they can just pick a different one. So it encourages people who have already won to keep participating. And plus, it's a really, really hot item and it's not expensive and there's typically no taxes, things like that. It's just a great way to do a giveaway. But you can certainly do, you can mail your own gifts. You could do a season's best. Pretty soon, Pampered Chef is going to make it so that they will send the gift for you. So lots of really cool things happening. So just make a decision on that and use that in the group. Now, it's not enough just to say that there's going to be a giveaway. You need to make sure people know about the giveaway. So I like to include this in the very first post that people see when they come into the group. So there's usually the shopping link, like a welcome to the party kind of post. And then there's a here's the grand prize for our party. And I include a picture of what the gift is going to be. You don't have to do this. I like to, because I think the seasoning people are like, oh, this is like a really nice gift. So then, and I include the list, and I might say something like, for your first entry, tell us which one you would love to win, right? And that way, if I can't get a hold of that person after they've won, I see that they said that they like the garlic and herb rub, I add it to their order, bada bing, bada boom, we're good. Okay, so, and the other thing I like to do is have my host post the same giveaway, because when your host is posting, that is going to be a way more visible post for the people in your groups. People are going to be notified that that post happened. It's going to show up in their newsfeed because they're friends with your host and not necessarily with you. So those really important factors, you want to make sure that your host is the one posting about it. So I usually give her an image and I say, hey, can you just post this and let people know that this is happening? I love to do this before the show has started. And again, just have them say, like, drop a GIF if you at how you would feel if you won one of these prizes or whatever. And just make it really clear that the gift is given based on participation, interaction, having fun, playing the games, also all of that business. So setting the stage for this is what's really going to help you get off on the right foot. And when your party is interactive in the beginning, it just really sets the tone for the rest of the party. Okay, the other thing that I love to do for interaction is daily host posts. So you've probably heard of this. If not, you've got to learn about it. It's so important in our virtual parties. I have done both. I have done without host posts and I've done with host posts. And let me tell you, this is a major difference. So basically what this is you give an image to your host and you give them maybe some words to say or an idea of what to say. And they post in the group and it's meant to be highly interactive. So it might be a game, it might be a what's your favorite product, it might be something like that. And again, because they're friends with your host, they are going to either get notified or it's going to show up in their newsfeed more frequently when it happens. So they will interact. And when Facebook sees that they're interacting in a post within the group, it's going to favor other posts in the group that maybe you are doing. So this is a really good way to kind of increase your chances that posts are being seen by your guests. I love to do really fun ones. Some things are like, if I stole what was on top of your fridge, what would I have? Or we're going to a campfire and I have them go through the alphabet of things starting from A to Z. And they have to start with a word that starts with an A and they go all the way down to Z. And then I have the host pick like the craziest one or tell us how you know me but lie, things like that that are really fun and interactive. And these are the kinds of things that people tell me this was a blast because people are hysterical. And I just love to see the comments that people come up with and it's really funny. Another one is like whenever there was like a toilet paper shortage in the country, we had like, give us a song title, but replace one of the words with toilet paper. And it was hilarious. Crouching tiger, hidden toilet paper was one of like the comments that I was like, oh my gosh, that's a scream. So anyway, those are the kinds of things that are going to really make your party fun and make people want to comment. So the other thing that you want to make sure that you're doing, so tip number 4, so we did have 30 to 50 people in your group, do a giveaway prize. 3 was daily host posts. 4 is make sure you ask a question with every single post. So you can be surprised that people aren't commenting on a post if you're like, hey, here's a great soup recipe. Crickets, right? You can't do that. You have to make sure you leave each post with a question. So for instance, if you post a great soup recipe, give your little blurb about why you love the soup. Like, this is the best soup ever. I love this soup. We make it every day, whatever. I don't know what it is that you're saying in this. But you want to make sure that there's at least a question underneath there. Sometimes it can be something like, what's your favorite soup? Or would you use protein in this? Or like, would you use chicken in this? Or would you use sausage? Or so it can be anything like that. Or what product caught your attention in this recipe video? Or XYZ, right? So you can really do something very simple. And the fun thing is when people see a comment like, tomato basil underneath, they're like, why are they saying tomato basil? It actually might encourage them to go up and read the caption versus if you just posted the video and it might not have made that much sense, if that makes, I don't know. So that really encourages more interaction, people to actually engage into the posts more. And so make sure that every post that you have ends with a question, and that is going to help significantly. The 5th thing that you want to make sure that you do is make sure that you are responding to comments. So when someone posts something under a photo or a video that's saying something like, oh my gosh, my grandma would love this, you need to ask a question and use that opportunity to start a conversation with that guest. So something like, oh my gosh, was she a really great cook? Or, oh, did you live near your grandma? Or, oh, I was really close with my grandmother too. Did you guys ever shuck corn together on the porch? Things like that. Things that are going to, again, increase the engagement and encourage people to comment because they see, oh my gosh, she read my comment and she wanted to know more about me. I love that. I love talking about myself. We all love talking about ourselves. So that's going to make the party more fun. And when that person sees that you care about them as a person and are really interested in what they're saying and contributing to the party, they're going to be more likely to keep on engaging. If they like write this heartfelt comment underneath one of your posts and you just give it, they're going to be like, awesome. It's just not going to encourage them to keep on posting. If you're ever just stumped on what is going on in your party, take a look through and say to yourself, would I engage in this party? Would I comment? Would I be motivated to participate? And if the answer is no, ask yourself, what would motivate me to participate in this party? And those are the kinds of questions you need to continually ask yourself, whether you're host coaching or recruiting or building your template. What would you want to see in this great party of yours? So those are things that are, I hope, helpful to you. Let me just review them for you so that you have them fresh in your mind. And yes, you need to schedule time in your day to make sure that these things are happening. Be really proactive about it, and this will definitely increase your interaction. 1, have 30 to 50 people in the group. 2, daily host posts. Give your host one to post every single day during your party. 3, do a giveaway prize for participating in your party. 4, ask a question at the end of every post. And 5, respond to comments. So I hope that was really helpful. Let me know what you think, if you have questions about it, and if you already are doing these things and find success, or if you found something that you thought was like an aha moment. I love those. That's like my favorite thing to discover in trainings are those aha moments. So let me know. I hope that was helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.